Welcome back, my most ethical, best of the best light and love crew. It is brunch time, and I got oatmeal to eat, so I got ish to do, and I'm going through my wardrobe to see what I should do away with, and I haven't worn this in years, and the last time I wore it, look how cute it's called a tulip sleeve, if any of you are interested. But it's cute, isn't it? I like it a lot. So the last time I wore it, I was really working out, so like my arms and my like abs and like I was just toned. So I wanted to wear it on a day that was just random, where you shouldn't, how do I say it? You shouldn't have clothes where you're like, oh, I'm only good wearing it on these days. No, you got to be able to wear it. Like, that's how to sift through it. If you have any clothes which make you feel like, if there's any codependence with the things that you own, let's say, that you have, let's say, a relationship with, okay, you don't want to do that, because codependence does depict an imbalance of power. Therefore, something owns you, right? And that's not what I'm all about. So I got to start on that level of evening out the playing field. Like, one relationship bleeds into another. So how do I feel about the things that I have, the other sentients that I share relationships with? And I think that's a topic of discussion right now. I mean, I was going to go into other readings, because they seem to be inundated after the full moon, whereas there was a dry spell. So people are like coming through with like their news flashes and all of that. And I'm trying not to get hung up on like, what do other people think about me or whatever. Not to bash anybody's readings. It's just like, I'm still interested, but I need to prioritize my time. And like, what really does matter. And I have to start with the general housekeeping on every level. And so this calls to attention when making time to sift through and do some spring cleaning. I mean, I've been really, really good about it. I've gotten batches and batches and batches of stuff out of my closet into other people's hands. So, and I could still go at it, but like, I kind of like all the things that I have at this time. So I wanted to see what was laying in the closet that I could wear that was appropriate for work. That was maybe like a little dressed up for work, but it, it's sitting there. There are threads. So, I figured, let's see how this one rolls. And I like it. I like the color. I don't know if I'm 100% down with the fit. But I don't know. Let's see. So it's a zip up thing. So I think I'll keep it, because I really like the sleeves, and it helps me keep me on it. It helps keep me honest to like I don't know, staying within a certain frame, like I could fluctuate in this dress, okay? Yeah, and still feel good. Like I could pair it with a jacket. Oh my gosh, why am I talking about this stuff? Anyway, let's go to our oatmeal. So, to keep me honest, I had a peanut butter sandwich before going to work. Like, how good will I feel even after it? I still felt good. I felt like, chill, decent. I felt, normal. It was good. But I don't really have this color in my wardrobe, so anyway, while we're mixing the oatmeal with a few splashes of milk and coconut cream and strawberries, because I'm out on I don't have any more nuts, so I gotta figure out what else I'm gonna put in here. Anyway, yeah, that's and a beautiful thing about thinking about the sentience around me, there was like a mourning dove type of bird. It wasn't your average pigeon. No. It was a beautiful bird that every now and then birds will do whatever they want within my locality, right? my workspace. But I've never had one that went strictly, like, slowly made its way down to me, like, a foot away from, like, landing to me. It came to me. So I said, hi, how are you doing? And I was told, like, it might fly away if I, like, crouch down towards it, because it likes its space, too. But I did it anyway, thinking maybe that's just a doubt in my head. And then it did, but it went specifically to me. It deliberately went to me. And then I started noticing all the other birds around me. So I have so much sentience protecting me and offering their support. And I don't know what, like, is about to come through right now. And I don't know what the rationale is other than just to show support. So I really do appreciate that. Whichever timeline or sentience that came through, if it wasn't just in the raw of, beyond the veil, if that came through anyone who was, using their magic to project their way through. But it was a loving energy, a friendly energy, this is more like an experienced energy. Mature, but not, like the snooty kind of mature. So I do appreciate that. And I'm done with my little 4-hour shift. Little old me. And that came, like, kind of halfway through my shift. It was just so random. And I don't remember feeling down, but I remember talking to somebody at work who was going through, like, a really rough time, rough batch in their lives. And it just really got to him. And I just... there's only so much that I can say, but anyone who, like, can offer some understanding within that time frame, I feel like it's just, sometimes people need moral support, and maybe in doing that, there's just an exchange of energy. Like, whatever flows out from me is replenished through, via other sentience. So, I think I feel like they were also spirit guides, comprehensive to the soul that I was talking to. Like they wanted to say thank you. So that's really awesome. This is good. So I did a few readings, but I threw them in archive. Like, some just kicked me out into archive. And some I decided to drop, finish up later, or some I just didn't feel too great about. My mood didn't feel good. And so I had to put reserves on it later. Like, I'm sure I'm going to do a little write-up, or there's going to be a download of other information that will help kind of patch it up. So, anyway, I want to know about my love life. The love of my life. So, we're going to go back to Oracle of Shapeshifters and the Medicine Woman, because this love life thing is going to be absolutely healing. Not just healing, but endearing. Yeah, that's my intention. Those are my soul family's intentions, my core divine team. They want to make sure that is encouraging, but not like encouraging, patting you on the head kind of thing. It's going to be endearing, inspiring. You're going to feel your soul through your heart chakra. Yeah. That's what's going to happen, and every other chakra is going to follow suit. Yeah. So, okay. I want to know. I should ask about my love life. With another sentience or independently on my own. Okay? We're going to ask that. We're going to have 2 separate piles, and maybe it will help you out as well. Because I don't like the whole thing about manifesting. Oh, by the way, angels of light and love, I welcome you in to direct and protect these messages, my chakras, my auras, my space, my work, and that of our children's who are coming in with their pure sentience without ill possession. Okay? We're doing that because I'm noticing within the subtle magic that people are twisting, like those who work with foul intent, they are bending the rules in order, like, of white magic, of well-respected magic, and managing to, like, twist it, like, morph it, and to their benefit. And I know that things balance out, but I'm not going to give any allowance for that. So, we're stipulating with this blanket statement that sometimes when we're not feeling at our best, we understand that there's an interference of energy. Like I'm hearing contraction, like like the aperture of a lens. It's like contracting our auras. It's manipulating our auras, and so I'm not going to allow for that. Okay. All right. Yeah, I just felt something on my side. Like they want to attach at the hip to us because we're really that good. So, okay, 2 separate piles. We're going to determine what this is going to be like, okay? So, okay. So, Spirit. Header card, what is this? The Swimmer, the Dolphin, Totem of Bowls. I think the totem is the Queen. Let me just make sure. Or is it the Knight? I don't remember. Totem. A totem is a working of symbology, so also protective. So totem is, it's the knight. So it's a doer. It's an action-oriented item, okay? So this is the Knight of Cups in reverse, okay? Perhaps, they don't read in reversals here, but we're gonna attempt at that, okay? Swim in eternal light. Okay, so this is, I guess they want to start out with the independent version, okay? Okay, so this is a header card for the independent version. I do me. And I think that's what they're trying to say, like, let's start off base level. It's going to be you and all you, and that's where we start, okay? That's a prerequisite for the others, right? So, my love life independently, like, what does that contain? Okay. Okay, is there any that want to go back in there? Okay, we're going to use this and this. 9 of Swords in reverse. Like they said, don't sweat it. Like, you're accurate, even in the underworld. You can pinpoint, you can shoot. You can go to a showdown with your own shadows, Tina, and you're freaking accurate, okay? So, no stress, okay? About, like, no questioning about how you love yourself, how you give to yourself, okay? If in thinking that you're going in excess, if anything, you can't have a limit on how much you love yourself. That's what they're saying, okay? So no question about that, okay? 4 of bowls. Okay, so 4 of cups, 9 of cups in reverse, the grandmothers or the moon card, 6 of pentacles in reverse, 5 of pentacles in reverse, and 3 of swords. Okay. So this is looking like at the historic background of heartbreaks within the ancestral line. Like, what has burdened, just like, what's the common thread that has burdened our ancestry? Okay. And some of that is just like personal sacrifice that one had to make in order to pay it forward to the future. And that's where we see the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. That's like half of your life savings, like, invested into the future generations. So it's not like, it's kind of like buying against the future within your own sacrifices. So you know what it takes in order to give back. Like, just, it's giving back to self, but like future self, your future iterations of self. So this is definitely, yeah, because we're looking at the 5 and the 6 of Pentacles separated. Like, if you're looking at an odd number and how to invest, like which one do we give more to when we want to get it all forward, like our progression. So that's 11 of Pentacles. That's the Ace of Pentacles right there, seated within, paying it forward. Looking at that ancestral line. I didn't even know this is what it, but I guess grandmother's is a midpoint card. Alongside the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. So this is moon manifestations. Again, seeding thought, seeding, this is, the gift of our ancestry, the most loving sentience within divine feminine form, whether it's male, female, or whatever representation, the divine feminine within whatever point in our lineage is, because I think in the at least in Native American, they have two-spirit also. So when we're looking at however anyone identifies themselves, it's a divine feminine form of that's giving to us in our astral state. So even when we're like fully consciousness and we're going through the dream state of like what we aspire to, that still also qualifies, okay? It's offering inspiration. We're talking about endearing, right? So there's someone, some areas of our ancestry that find us very endearing. Now, that's not to say that our ancestry hasn't made mistakes in the past, but to say that they're in a better place right now, a greater sense of wisdom, and they see our light. And so, hell yeah, they want to invest. Those are the best investors. Definitely. And they help us walk the plank when we need to make those decisions, like dive off into a new realm, even when we're kind of forced to. So 9 of Cups in reverse, okay? Now this is getting to a place of understanding like self-love, okay? Our love life independently. And we're just looking at it in a more wholesome, cumulative state, and I'd say that's very fortifying. That's like the root chakra, like expanded, like within the horizon, not just going like deep, but also like spreading outside, and also like making our roots shown like an orchid, right? The intuitive states, like feeling out the waters through our roots that are like shooting out through the surface, and that's very legit. And I'd say very adept in being able to not just survive, but make the most out of your environment, okay? That we can still have roots that see the light of day. So 9 of Cups right there, and the 4 of... So this is the part that's confusing for me a little bit, okay? So in our self-love, in my self-love life, we're looking at... We've seen this continuously. Like, it blows my mind how repetitious the messages come through, like certain cards within certain phases that I'm going through of our growth. And so I suppose that we're going along through the same process. And then we're helping each other out energetically. But like 9 of Cups in reverse, like what makes you happy? This is not to say that you are unhappy, but like what makes you happy? Because things in our life constantly change, right? There's all of these moving parts. So with that redefining of having to resituate, we have to ask ourselves, what makes us happy? Like, okay, when I got married, there were a lot of things that I just didn't understand. I still had like a lot of growing to do. And so I just kind of, what do you call it? I limited, like, I only, like, what do they say? Pick your battles. So, I knew that there were other energies that wanted to kind of plan out my wedding, that wanted to have more of a say. And I was like, that's my fucking wedding. I didn't even realize that. Just to make everybody else happy and just like, minimize the area of conflict, because I was not interested in being bridezilla. I wasn't interested in all that. Like, it removed like the romance, the sacredness, the special effect of it being mine, like memorable as mine. So let's make it a community effort, because I couldn't just do it alone, especially at the stage that I was at. So you have to ask yourself, like, you deserve that. Like, what makes you happy? And we're looking at marriage, whether it's like a sacred sacrament or not. We're looking at our areas of commitment. Like, what makes you happy? What makes you happy in your job? What makes you happy work? Like, and if it's not making you happy in these arenas, how can you fulfill that in other areas of your life? What makes you happy? Because this is like a timeless question, regardless of what age or phase of life you're at. What makes you happy? And, you know, I had this, an old friend who's no longer a friend. This is the one that I ran into at work. And he was saying something about, like, we were talking about how someone in the family, after someone's passing, ended up situating with someone who's a gold digger, and how it tore the family apart. And like, how do you rationalize that kind of a change? How do you mediate and navigate through those life changes, especially if the person who allowed for a gold digger wasn't in like the best mental or health capacity? So how do you mediate through that, being that it's not your life but it does affect you? How do you do that without being indifferent? And his stance was like, well, as long as that person is happy, like, who's to say? Like, as long as they're happy, like, who cares about like the whole gold digging thing? Like, each party knows what they're in for. And it's like, how do you do that with, let's say, somebody who's highly addicted to drugs, and their life is falling apart and being torn apart and everything is going into destruction? How do you rationalize that? Because kind of that's apples to apples with the gold digging energy. Especially, I'm not saying like this for all gold diggers. Like, I can't speak for all of it, but I can speak for the sentience that I've encountered. Like, how do you navigate through that? And I wasn't too, like, it still doesn't sit with me well. Like, what makes you happy? And so I think there are certain guidelines with that, like, not to take it for, it's just like as a blanket statement. But what makes you happy, healthy, like, and healthy? What facilitates your well-being? Because your well-being is being well, living well, and that's happiness, right? So I think that's like the guiding point here. Mm-hmm. Looking at the undercurrents of navigating through the undercurrents. So, yeah. What facilitates your well-being, Tina, when you're independent? So that's what we're looking at here. And the Four of Cups, like making continuous choices. This is like the low-key tower moment. This is like the precursor to the tower moment. These are the many opportunities that were given before it hits like a craze of the tower moment, right? All the drama of that, okay? So we're looking at like how to make those decisions, like encountering those decisions. Like, what are we forgoing when we take this, okay? And it's not like thinking of things as a loss, but like, based on this decision, how is it an upgrade to amongst the others? Okay, so we're looking at that, okay? So that's my current love life going solo, okay? And 100% this is about trusting ourselves, okay? Being able to pinpoint that, knowing our shadows. So that's my current love life now, making those decisions independently, okay? That's the base level here. Okay, bottom of the deck is 10 of Pentacles in reverse. And with each gesture that is made, we're planting seeds, okay, that are highly abundant, like the best of, legendary, okay? So we are the initiates. We're the initiators, okay, of such abundance for our lineage. So can't go wrong with that, okay? That's just life. Top of the deck, no secret, is the Tower in reverse. Yeah, okay, talk about that. So all of that surmounts to what are the effects after the Tower moment, okay? So we're looking at all of those gestures, the cumulative view as the Tower moment in reverse, okay? So we made those decisions, okay? I guess we're talking about a timeline here, okay? Okay. So, why is it like that, though? Appears to shield the Tower. Okay. White Eagle. I'm hearing that this is protection. When we do all of these things, it's protecting us from the Tower moment. So nothing can really harm us. When we make those decisions, when we make it clear to the world, this is my stance. It's like, I'm hearing like, we're doing like the catwalk thing. And then we reach the end, like the pinnacle basically of the catwalk, and we do our pose. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know why I got that, but our stance. This is our stance. This is our signature. That's what makes us memorable. And then we turn around and we walk, strut. So it's protective because we create a name and a rep for ourselves. So nothing else can be mistaken. The universe will only give us like bookings and jobs that represent us well. I like it. I like it very much, actually. I like it. I like it very much. Okay. Middle card. Power Lodge of the Pipes. So this adds to our home. Like, definitely. Like, we can upgrade from there. When you get renovations to your home, it's like a huge upgrade. So Power Lodge of the Pipes. This is Queen of Wands. Yeah, this is engaging in our magic. Radiant energy that empowers. That's it. So there's like, when you think about what you're going to bring to the table when it comes to like relationships with other sentients, like you bring it. Like that's what they're saying. Bringing like, what is it? Something about empowers. Here, hold on, let me check. This is lovely, actually, to get that in the middle of the deck. Like, that's basically a wild card pull. Radiate energy that empowers. Yeah. So when we're thinking about like, somebody's better half, we're not even looking at like who's better, this and that. It's like, we're looking at what is brought to the table, not measuring out whose is better, but rather knowing that your side empowers, and like attracts like, the other side is also empowering within their own field. So let's get Oracle of the Shapeshifters. So what do we have to represent for our independent love life? Okay, so we have Quetzalcoatl and the Priestess of Time. This is accentuated. The time has come. The time to act is now. We have the Dragon Spirit Totem here too. Quetzalcoatl. Something, I forgot how to pronounce that. And Priestess of Time. Okay. So there's something like warrior divine healing here. I was getting ancient Mayan too. You know why? Because look, doesn't that, like, I got it when I saw this, but I didn't say anything. Like, but it's like a gold mine. Like, it's made of gold. This you know, the temple where you walk up the steps. So I was getting like Aztec Mayan type of thing, and there's the Mayan calendar right there, right behind her, I believe. I believe so. That is crazy. So our ancestry is calling to focus on that. Let me just see. That's number 23. Let's read it. Okay, let's read the portion of it. Okay. Will you shift your consciousness? Will you change deliberately despite the fear and the others who tell you you are wrong? Will you move away from fighting opposition and either-or mentality and shift into a beingness that allows for much greater reality? The time is now. That is all you need to know. But there is much that you must do. Yeah. A deliberate effort to move away from navel-gazing and procrastination will transform into a determination to become through doing, thinking, being, sharing, and insisting on the new reality's truth for you. It is time to embrace a new standard of excellence and to make that your creed. Do not wait another heartbeat. I've been putting off getting this paperwork done, like the additional paperwork. It just because, I don't know, like my mentality surrounding it, it's just like, it's so stressful. But I need to get through it. I'm hours behind doing it. And so I can still catch up on it. So I guess that's what's going to happen today. It's going to happen today. And so it is. Not, it's just going to happen today. I am going to do it today. I'm going to do it today. I am doing it today. It is done. And so it is. Thank you. Like, that shit is not going to get done by itself. Like, you know what I mean? And the thing is that if you rationalize, okay, if I had the help, like if I had the funds to pay for an attorney, new counsel that I could trust, that is not just I could trust, but is trustworthy, I would still have to partake in like getting this stuff together. So just do it, Tina. Just do it. Okay. All right. We're good with that? Okay. All right. I'm told to get some letters out for this one. Okay, we're going to get a small handful. Okay. Okay, we got this one. We got B, T, P, T, O, 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 T, H, E. Okay. We have, Booth. Okay. So there's something about, like standing at the podium, like, as a rep, okay? Standing at the podium, whether you have a microphone or not, you're a rep, okay? Because you're still audible, and if you don't have a microphone, that means people come up to you. There's a close proximity within that exchange, okay? So regardless of the mic, there's still like an audible force that comes from you, okay? So what are you speaking into the world? What are you speaking into existence? It's not just about speaking, but like you're not put in that position just to speak about it, but you've already like had experience behind it, or you're continuously putting experience behind it. So like, TED Talks, let's say, you're able to speak to something because you've experienced it, and that there's a lot of growth that is entailed supplemental to that. Because usually with TED Talks, or any kind of speeches, there's a call to action towards the end. It's not just a gimmick to engage the audience, but it's more like, or to like say how that's relevant, but it's saying, it's not saying how it's relevant, it's confirming that it is. It's reaffirming. Okay, so whatever you have here, tote. Let me see. Bet, yeah. So we have a younger crowd here that speaks like in those terms, like bet, like it's for sure. And HTTP, so something about like websites, something about that. So something that intranet or intranet, I'm hearing both, okay? Top, there's 2 places I can put top. So being at the top isn't validating in itself. Like, it's not just an achievement. It's something that you're held accountable for, okay? That's the whole point of it, okay? It's an ongoing thing. It's not just a recognition, like here's a prize. It's something that you're called to engage with, okay? So, yeah. So I have a T left here. OTP, what does that stand for? There's something about measurement too. Let me show you. Hold on. Okay, so when we're looking at that, look at this. Okay, this looks like, a barbell where you have to like hold it and like you're doing squats or something like that. You hold the barbell in front of you in order to, like a heavy one, right? So there's something about that there. That was something on the initial that like I could understand it on the initial end. But then there's also something about like, look, taking a step back from it. It looks like, one of the lines of measure, one of the units of measure within the measuring tape, the retractable measuring tape. So we're looking at that, looking at our measures, like kind of like temperance, but it's more like discernment, like sizing things up, but like upsizing, like taking a close look at where we're, something like a growth chart. Yeah, we're looking at a growth chart here. Yeah. Based on how we represent. Okay, so that is my love life independently. Okay. I like it. It's smart. It's good. I was like, I don't know what's going to come of this little small handful, but we're going to do it. Okay, Spirit, representative card for, oh God, my love life with other sentients. So, I have 4 cards down here. The Hermit in reverse, and the Dancer of the World card inverted. Just like that. Oh my God, what? Oh my goodness, what? That's a lot. What? I don't even know how to start. Okay, fine. So this is being thorough with like finding happiness like at the end of the tunnel. That's what it is. The light of day. And then the next 2 cards that came out, or actually all 4, was the 9 of Wands in reverse and 8 of Wands. So there's going to be communication that we don't have to be defensive about. Like the relationship, like my love life, pertaining to other sentients is going to be clear, open lines of communications. Ones that we do not have to doubt, but rather more so ones that we can trust in. Therefore, we don't need to have like our guard up. when there's communicating, which there's like an ease. It's not just finding someone that's adept at conversation and communication, but there's TLC within that. There's like intuition. It's a fellow empath is what I'm getting. Yeah, definitely. Because the Eight of Wands is usually like there's action oriented, but this is with ease. You see, like I'm just coming to you casually. Like I don't have to wait for like the exact right time. Like we're kind of one of the same. You see what we're wearing on the bottom? The pink, the heart chakra. Like we speak each other's language. It's good. Okay. So these three came out after the fact, but we have Great Spirit, Mother, Creator, Blessed Earth. Okay. So this is the knowingness. This is the mystic. Remember, very much inverted. So it's something that I don't have to like lie to myself. I don't have to lie to the relationships that I will be having or currently have, my current love life with other sentients. I don't have to lie about who I am or who I'm not. I get to be who I am just as is. And I don't have to worry about what they think or what they have to say about me. So the other cards that came through are Temperance, otherwise known as the Blend here. Three of Pentacles, the Empress in reverse, and the Devil inverted. Okay. Which is also known as the Trickster energy. So this is going to be like super chill. Like we mesh well, okay? And this is in the workspace and or like when co-creating, okay? Yeah. So the Empress in reverse and the Devil card inverted. Okay. So my new love life is going to be able to like challenge me like on my growth as an Empress. So this is that for real? I don't know. This is something like there's something like the devil's on my side, like Tina's advocate, you know, like there's just like the devil is helping me, like helping administer the finishing touches to me being like a full out Empress, but like kind of undercover almost. Like you have to kind of walk in the dark a little bit so that people are more inclined to receive you, because that's what the world is ready for at this time. I mean, looking at all of the cards, yeah. So like I'm being taught by, like, mentored almost by the devil because of all the good that I've done in bringing forth like all of the most foul to their clutches. Yeah, there's something about that. That's so interesting. Yeah, is that right? I don't know. I just felt a poke on my arm. Not like a needle poke, but like a poke. It's interesting. So, is that right? Finishing touches. Some Temperance. When it fell in reversal. So it's like something about my current love life kind of feels like a drought. Like I don't have anything to work with. You know, when you hit a dry spell of like in your love life, it does, it's a dry spell for a reason, right? So when you're looking at Temperance having two filled cups, it's like you don't have it. The direct mindset is like, I don't have anything to work with. Like if there's nothing that fills either of the cups, how am I to blend? How, like it's understood as like I don't have any resources. But in all actuality, with the Devil card, like the mentorship program in that, it's kind of a bare bones approach in the fact that Like, this old man, he played knick-knack on my shoe with a knick-knack paddywhack. Give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. So we're playing with bones, right? So the emptiness in itself is a resource, a concept, an intangible, right? So there's something about that, like adding the finishing touches to my character as an empress about like staying kind of low key. And it's not like being humbled, but it's more like I don't know what these three fell off after. So this is healing, which is strength accentuated, Ace of Pentacles accentuated, and the High Priestess accentuated. Like, can you, like, this blend is insane to me. Okay, especially accentuated. So I have a strong hand and access points in all-knowing. Like, what I do is basically a seek to heal, and I'm able to do so. There's absolute funding within that. Yeah, there's something. So, temperance, yeah, because it's like, people like kind of feel like, even I have been in a place where like I feel like I'm at a dead end when I don't, when there's, seems as though there's nothing to work with. Like when I told you, I can seek counsel through my work benefits now, but how is it 25% off of the total bill? How is that even an element to consider if it's not viable already, even if it was 75% off? It's not viable for me to do that. I do not have the funds even to pay for my current bills. So, like, how do I work with that? So some of those things can feel almost like debilitating, okay? It may feel like that, okay? And it may grasp you into the clutches of that. So when we're looking at our love life with other sentients, like, I know that there's someone out there for me, and not just anybody, but it's just coming to the right conclusion of who that is, like the very best of. And so I feel like it's just making its way to me. I don't understand why. I mean, if the devil is like the finishing touch onto it, it's like, what in the devil? That's funny. But like, there's an absolute all-knowing to this. Like, nobody can dispute this. Like, it doesn't matter, like, how high-ranking you are, within what religious field you are, how studied you are, how practiced you are, how loved you are in the community. What they say, like, if there's anyone to dispute this, they're incorrect, is what I'm being told. Yeah. They can't deny this. Like, anything that they say, any dispute that is provided to me, I can easily knock it down. And once I knock that down, it kind of shows how weak they are for having to try to, like, challenge me or something like that. Because that's done out of ego, not out of a lack of clarity. That's what I'm being told. Yeah, because there's, like, ascending past, like, all of these, like, Mount Rushmore faces and being given an absolute jewel. And it's shining on me. You know, like how you have, like, the magnifying glass to an ant or something? This is, like, absolute power, recognition, energetic recognition from the divine shown, like, straight up on me. And is climbing that ladder, like, one foot in front of the other. Kind of lunging into, like, it's lunges, like the actual practice of stepping up to the plate, stepping up to, those are lunges within its ascended form. So, like, it's like lunging, like plunging into something, regardless of how difficult, or like there's thin, lower levels of oxygen as you ascend. So there's something about that complexity of having to adapt. Yeah, there's an adaptation within moving forward. Like, this is, I don't know, like this is the sentience that I have. So it's accentuated. Okay. So bottom of the deck is Exemplar of Pipes. That's the King of Wands right there. So the love life that I currently have, or that's in the making or something, with other sentience, is like, it's banging, you know? There's some like an absolute charm. Just so good. I don't even know what else to say. They're harmonized. They're in touch with like the divine. Their heart chakra is fully pronounced, and so that speaks for myself too. I feel like I'm supposed to get what's behind it too. 4 of Wands in reverse. So it's helping build roots. It's something that will help self-actualize. Help each other self-actualize. Exemplar of Stones in reverse. It's something that does the groundwork. So this is something, my love life is about almost like building an empire, is what I'm hearing, because the Empress was in reverse right there. So it's doing the groundwork. Somebody that I'm going to be working with, like, I don't know how, what? Hold on. Like, erecting like this, it is building an empire. Knight of Wands. Yeah. We have a golden eagle there. So, you know, like how I'm getting like Medusa, like we had the white eagle and now it's turning into golden, like kind of like a stone, but an alloy here. So we have that within its most divine sense. So this is being like absolutely, is like an endearing force, like something that is absolutely inspiring. It's like a gilded angel bird is what I'm hearing. A gilded eagle. The flyers. So this is assisting, like it's like moving up that ladder. Each step is going to be more fortifying because it's taking us on to new heights. So we get to feel the thrill of it. Yeah. Top of the deck is 9 of Pentacles. So this is highly abundant and ongoing. This is fertile. Yeah. Continuously fertile, like it's continuously producing. This is building of the empire. Is like we have acres and acres of land. So a lot of resources is what Spirit is telling me. Fields. Strawberry fields forever. What are the lyrics to it? I'm not hearing them. I can't remember. I don't know why. But anyway, that's my current love life. And then we're supposed to get one from the Shapeshifters, right? Okay. So, current love life with other sentients. Top one? Okay. Once upon a midnight jury, creativity, genius, writing, expression, artistic flow. So these are with highly creative people. Maybe a little morbid, but you know, like the best artists, they don't get away scot-free. They make something of their pains. So I'm getting kind of like raccoon status. You see they move on those kind of legs. So somebody who does like writing or reading, there's something highly creative about this. It's an engaging of, you know, that kind of light body between us. Okay. So, that one says, it is time to shape your dreams into reality. Start that book and keep going. Paint that picture and then another and then another. Capture the divine moments in inspiration, and then, by hard work, show up and sweat until it is shaped and completed. You are engaging in sacred magic. You are being asked by the spirits of the world and the laws of the raven and the bright, full, moonlit magic to contribute creatively, to be touched by the spirit of inspiration. Oh my God. That is crazy. Okay, this may not make you rich or well-known or even happy, but it will satisfy a deep urge, a craving, a thirst within you. Take steps now to become a crafter of magic through creativity. You are being told that it is the law that you do so and that you complete the work. Work hard, learn about yourself, and capture the divine moment for all of our sakes. So there's something like kind of aching within us that wants to be put out into the open. And the most vital thing about this, within like the inspo, the endearing nature of our love life with other sentients at current state, at this current phase, is that when we do this, even though like it may feel discouraging to say, like it may not even make us happy, it may not make us like this or that, these are access points, these are data points that enable us to make something greater of being able to access those other points, which is, fame, fulfillment, all of that, creating a great impact. So, this is, again, laying the groundwork for all of those things to come. It's kind of like a flushing out, kind of like a floodgates, like, once you remove like all of that, what do you say it? Like a beaver dam or something like that, or when you remove like that clog, whatever, it just like flows out. So it's one of the necessary steps, like sorting through all of that, making sense of the disarray. So that's my love life right now. Excuse me. Oopsie. Okay. And then let's get a few more for where do I put it? Where did I put it? I guess I will put it on what? I'll use this as a tabletop. Witch's Tarot? Or the Shadows Tarot? We have K. Kind of in like an overlap of like a banner kind of thing. Like the midpoint of, let's say, a garland. SSNRIECUU. I see risk. Rick. Rink. Siren. Risen. So there's something about the like this luring magic of a siren that tests your threshold, right? But also risen is like coming from like a dark place and knowing that the devil is on our side to help us with these finishing touches. I feel like risen is important here. Communication, It's kind of like rising to the occasion. I don't know what's more important, siren or risen applicable to here. We're talking about dry spells and what are we going to do? I think it's more about rising to the occasion, so I get that. Oh, somebody's saying, like, we're sick. Or that this sucks. But, you know. Sure. Cure. Sunk. I guess when we look at the sunk costs, those are things that we would have to like deal with anyway. Like it's just included in the package deal of whatever we invest in. So I think most people see this like in like manufacturing. I think if I'm understanding this correct, like the sunk costs are things that you are. I think I remember this right. I don't know. Things that go along with like. It's kind of like scrapping things out. Like it goes along with the cost of business. Like that. Mm-hmm. Not because something is wrong, but it just kind of included the cost of doing business. So I have CU left here. ICU. Somebody sees this. This is not like, I don't think somebody has landed in the ICU, but I think, maybe it's like intensive care unit. Like we're really taking care of each other here with what we're doing. But there's also like a visibility cloak, something that's very protective within its truth. So that is our love life right now. That's what I am seeing. Let me show you between here and there, you know. So that is on my own. And this is with other sentients. So this could be like, you know, parallel activities, you know. This is not just, yeah, that's interesting here. Okay, well, I think that is it for the day. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get the answers, like, through, like, these small, like a sprinkle of letters. But we did it. We did it. And thank you to our ancestors of love and light, angels of love and light. What else? I've got to say the devil, too. The divinity within the devil. Thank you for your advocacy. I think, and yeah, so Spirit, thanks very much for all of your help on all of this discerning. Like, I didn't intend for this to be like a spicy reading. Oh my gosh, but now that we're saying that, like, there's something about there being something to be, like, very, like, it's very sacred, but, like, there's something about, like, don't talk about it, be about it, but within, like, sacred affairs. So, behind closed doors, it's the good stuff. That's what it says. You know, like a lot of things happen behind closed doors that's bad, but they're saying that with the devil's advocacy here, that, there's a lot of care in here. Like, yeah, it's good. So, yeah, especially with the what do you call it? The king of wands or pipes at the bottom of the deck. Holy smokes, I'm just looking at this. There's a harmonica kind of thing on the bottom. I saw it before. I was like, oh, harmonization. But since we're talking about this, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th wand. Yeah, definitely. So there's something about, like, holding the higher ground within communications, like, that carries throughout, like, all realms. So, and, like, holding the higher ground here. So there's something very rewarding about having that stance that it everything else is benefits from that. Okay. That's it for now. All right, so now that this reading is officially over, I thank all my sponsors and supporters for your donations of love and light. And it's received and employed accordingly. So, thanking you for your respect for my time, my space, my energy, my work, and that of our children's. And so, upon closing all portals, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine, with their appropriate karmas due. Assisting with that rollout, enlightened love. I close all portals now.